Hi guys! So today's video is one that I haven't done in so long. It is a testing new makeup video. So I go through everything but the eyes. I even do brows. Guys, I even do brows and I'm impressed. We go through literally loads of new products, like every single product is new or I have been testing it for this video. So yes, if that sounds like your cup of tea, then go grab a cup of tea and some snacks and stay tuned. So guys, I'm really sorry that you have to see me like this without my eyebrows on. But today I haven't done them because I have a new product that I want to test. I have got here the pink honey glue in the original. It says only be used in the eyebrow area, so I'm gonna make sure that I don't like get it in my eye or anything, because now I'm worried. Like now I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, to be fair, I don't get the got to be glued like in my eyes, but I'm a bit like, ugh. So yes, I ordered this. It comes with a little spoolie of its own, and it comes with like a little sheet as well for the directions. And it just says, apply water to your spoolie, the honey dipper. Place the spoolie in the designed hole inside the honey pot and apply pressure. Swirl for 10 seconds. Press your honeycomb dipper against the skin and comb up the hairs. Followed by using your finger in the same upwards motion to stick the brow hairs down. Now that to me seems pretty simple, but we shall see. I've opened it up and yeah, there's like the hole. Yeah. I'm really sorry if you can hear scuffling, the dogs are playing. Sorry, I also got like really warm and just had to get changed because I was like, whew, these legs. So I'm gonna have a go at doing my eyebrow. I like my eyebrows a certain way. I know that they've got to be glued does them that way. So this is a bit scary, guys, I won't lie to you. So I'm gonna get my honey glue. Now I've seen Stacey Marie do this with hairspray. So I'm going to do it that way. And I know it says water, but Stacey Marie is very clever, so I'll be doing it her way. So a bit of a spritz. Right. Seems fine. And yeah, I'm literally going to just do what it said. Stick it in the hole, apply a bit of pressure, and we shall see. Got my mirror down here. Ready and waiting. And we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna like really brush my hairs through. Well, okay. So with the got to be glued, like they literally, because it is like it's hair gel. It's goddamn hair gel. I use the spiking gel if you don't know, sorry guys. And it does make them like have that like wet sheen, but this guys, that looks really nice, and it feels like, it almost does feel like sort of a, I want to say like candle wax. That is what I want to say. Wow. I actually quite like that. In fact, I really like that. Because I felt like I wasn't picking up any product, and then I'm a bit like, well, actually, your eyebrow is perfectly in place, and it's not like, the hairs are not bending when I'm doing that, so it's like it just doesn't put too much product on. It's literally like just enough. Dogs. Oi! So I'm going to brush it through on this one to see if that like coats my hair a little bit more. And then brush it up. Guys. Wow. They look really nice, and they feel in place. They don't feel like they're gonna move. I really like that. I really like that. So what I am gonna do is do what I normally would do and get some micellar water and go around the outer edges of my brows just to make sure there's no like excess of that on my skin, and then yeah, I'll be back. Hello. So as you can see, my eyebrows are still intact after a thorough eye palette tutorial that is the Warrior 3 by Juvia's Place. So again, this is like a testing new makeup, but this is going to be for that palette review. So the way that I do like my testing videos is if it's a base product, like if I'm testing a new primer or foundation or something like a base product, I will try it like beforehand before I come and film, so then I've got like a rough idea of what needs to be used to make it work and things like that. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using the XX Revolution Foundation. Very clever, very funny. This is very high coverage but very matte. So I know for a fact that I have to go in with like a hydrating primer, and I have to use my skincare to sort of like manipulate how this will look and how it will last. If I was going to go in and skin prep for something that was matte, so it needed to be a little bit more hydrating, so it doesn't like, so the matte foundation doesn't soak up all the moisture in my skin and look all crusty and horrible, I would go in with the Natural Radiance MAC Prep and Prime, just because I know that it's hydrating, I know that it's glowy, things like that. So that is what I am actually going to do. And I am actually going to mix that with a bit of the Weleda Skin Food. Now, I wasn't a fan of this at first, but it's grown on me. I tested this before in one of my testing makeup videos, and I didn't like it. I thought it was making my foundation sit really funny and give like some weird oil spot type things. It was almost like oil was seeping through the powders. It was like very, very like tiny little patches of like oil sort of thing on like my nose and my chin area. It just looks like really splodgy all of a sudden after a couple of hours of wear. But I've later found out that it was a different product that was doing that. So this Weleda Skin Food I actually really, really enjoy now. And I have actually been putting on skincare and skin prep with a brush, as you can see. Like, it's just like a stippling brush. And I've been doing this recently because I've been watching a lot of like skin prep videos and things like that, and it was actually mentioned that when you're going in rubbing and like your face and things like that, your hands are obviously like heating your skin up. It's heating your skin up, and that oil gland is getting warmed up and it's working, so more oil is going to be produced because your oil gland's being stimulated. And I just thought, wow, yeah, that's so true. Like, why? Obviously, like, some things you need to be told. That is looking really nice, I feel hydrated, I feel plump, all is well. Now, we all know that I love my e.l.f. Poreless Putty. Well, this is the Misguided Real Smooth Radiant Putty Primer, and I think it's going to be very, very similar to the e.l.f. one. So, oh actually I don't know. So, you know that the e.l.f. one is literally like putty. This, I've just gone in with this and it almost feels like clay, like it was dried clay. And now that it's warming up a bit, it's turned to more of like a cream texture. But I'm just putting this where I would normally put my e.l.f. Poreless Putty. And I just want to see, once I put my foundation on, because I know for a fact that that Weleda Skin Food, that the MAC Prep and Prime, and this together works well now with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty. So I've done that little like investigating off camera. So I just want to see how this feels. So far, it actually, I don't want to say greasy, but it feels greasy. It doesn't feel silicone-y, but it does feel greasy. So I've spread it on my face in my oily areas, and I'm just pushing it in like I normally would my e.l.f. one. Yeah, it just does feel a little bit greasy. Don't know how I feel about that. We'll see how the foundation sits on it. So I'm going to go in with this now. And as I say, it is thick. As you can see, it is thick. It is matte and it is full coverage. So I understand that when I put it on, it's going to have the qualities of thick, matte, full coverage foundations. So just putting it on. And as you can see, like, because I have used that hydrating base, it still has that like really nice finish to it now. Skin prep is really, really important for how you actually want your foundations to look. Foundations most of the time are actually quite easily manipulated by your skincare and your skin prep. It's just nobody really tells you. Nobody really tells you unless you go on a makeup course or you go to makeup college. But yeah, so have a look into it, guys, honestly. So as you can see, this is going on really, really nicely. I'm not taking it under my eyes because I'm going to go under there with concealer. But yeah, it's just... I'm getting on with this foundation a lot more. It still is, it feels heavy on the skin. It's going to. It's a full coverage foundation. But with the right skin prep, it is comfortable to wear. It is long wearing. And it does actually have a really, really nice finish. So there is no complaints. Fair enough, it's not one of my favourite ever foundations, but I'd wear this to work for a long day. I wouldn't wear it out because my NARS Radiant and my Anastasia and Charlotte Tilbury are always just going to be my going out foundations, but I'd happily wear this out for a long day ahead. Happily. It just does need the right skin prep, guys. Like, if I hadn't have gone in with that really hydrating skin prep, I know for a fact that throughout the day, my spots down here would be showing. I know for a fact that they would. As you know, guys, around my eyebrows, I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush to make sure that there's no real harsh line around my brows. And I just want to point out there too that that foundation has sat really nicely around my eyebrows, so that honey glue, the pink honey glue, has come off around my brows when I went in with that micellar water and cotton pad, so again, very pleased. So for concealer, I'm actually going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I've tried the original one, the original camo, and yes, I like it. It is a little bit heavy and it is a little bit drying, but it's really, really good coverage, and I don't overly powder, so it doesn't actually get too dry for me. But with this, I'm just gonna see how we get on. There's a fly. I've never actually used this before. This is the first time opening it and the first time using it, so this is going to be very much a first impressions on what I think, because I'm okay with the powder, because the powder that is new to my YouTube channel I have been using because I wanted to get to know it. So I'm still testing it. It's just, I know that it works with the base, so if anything goes wrong in this T-zone area, I'm 100% blaming the concealer and the primer. So just going in. Straight away it feels a lot less heavy, I think, than the original one. It's patted away nicely. Yeah. It's still nice, like I'm still happy with it. I don't know if it's my makeup brushes that smell absolutely gorgeous or the concealer right now. Something smells very nice. Really, really, really impressed with that coverage. To be fair, I expected nothing less from a from an e.l.f. camo concealer. But yeah, that's really, really nice. I'm also going to put some over my scars just to see how it sits and covers them. And maybe even a bit around my nose, because that's where the problem areas are and that's where things would get a bit weird. I'll leave it to sit on my scars and stuff a bit and just go in under the eyes. Like I said, blending away like really nicely. Good coverage. Just have a closer inspection. I would say that under the eyes, the original camo concealer has more coverage. This feels a hell of a lot nicer though on the skin. It feels a lot more hydrating and looks like just that smidge more natural. like the texture of the skin looks a lot more natural underneath my eyes in real life. Like, obviously nothing looks natural right now on my camera because of my lovely lights making me look very glowy and dewy and wonderful, but yeah, in real life, that's really nice. I like that. Let's just pat it away on my scarring. If I do want to like completely get my scarring to like disappear here, I do have to colour correct. Like, I'm just not about that life. Like, guess what? Some of us have had acne when we were younger. That was a thing. Get over it. Some of us still have acne. Again, get over it. So you're never going to get rid of that texture from scarring, really. So plus it adds a little bit of dimension to my face. Just really, really pushing in that concealer like I would do with my other concealers. Like, I'm playing it fair. I'm using it exactly how I use my concealers that I absolutely love. So far, I'm really, really impressed with that. I'm looking at my base and actually, yeah, it's a little bit more matte than I would normally go for because I do prefer like a dewy foundation, but it's a matte foundation, but it doesn't look overly matte. It doesn't look overly matte at all. Like, yes, it feels heavy on my skin, but that is just something that comes with having a high coverage matte foundation. It doesn't feel horrendously uncomfortable. My under eyes feel fantastic. And they actually look it, so I'm quite pleased with that. So for powder, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way powder. And again, I have been trialling this week and I love it. I actually love it. I feel like it just really, really smooths over my skin. Smooths everything over, helps my makeup last really, really well. Sits nicely. I don't see any sort of like misgivings on my skin or any like sort of, oh, that looks weird or anything like that. Don't get any of that. So honestly, it is a really, really good powder. Didn't really understand the hype. Now I do. Really pushing it in. Really liking that. So I'm also going to go in with a little bit of cream bronzer contour sort of thing. So I'm going to go in with the CYO Cooling Bronzing Stick in Fair Medium. Now I haven't used this before. This was in like way back when of one of my hauls. I think I got it in like a Boots box or something. I am going to have a go at using this just because I'm like quite intrigued as to how it'll look. Like if you actually look at it when I just like put it on my skin, it's this here. And it is hella shiny, so I'm a bit like, this could make everything go wrong. But this is what we're here for, we're here to test. So I'm going to take it on my actual, like, a cream bronzing brush. And I'm just going to give it a swirl in there and then see how we get on. I haven't powdered, like, any of this side of my face either, like, down here. I've done my eyes, under my eyes and my T-zone, but that's it. Like, what you've seen on camera is all that I've powdered. That is very subtle, but does anybody else think that looks really nice? Like, I saw that bit of shimmer in it and I was like, oh my god, that's gonna look horrendous, but is that really nice? And it's not like overly creamy, so it's actually like quite easy to work with, and the fact that you can literally just put it on your brush and where you put that brush it stays there. It's not like it moves about an awful lot. Guys, is this real? Does that looks really nice. That tiny little bit of like glow. Oh my god. Has this been sat in my drawer for all these months? So it's not like disturbed any of my base or anything like that. As I say, I haven't set like down here on my face. Now it has like really made that spot look in your face, just because it does have that like highlight in it, that sort of like sheen, but I can live with that because look at this. Guys, I really like this. Guys, I really like this. This looks like a really, really nice, like, everyday glow. This could be like a no makeup, like, cream bronzer contour sort of thing. It's like so subtle but so nice. I'm just gonna go in with my foundation brush to just try and take away just a tiny little bit of like that sheen, like where the texture is on my skin. But guys, that's fab. Guys, that's fab. And it doesn't feel like sticky or anything because it's dried down already, because it's quite like a dry formula for a cream product. It's not like really, really creamy and mousse and stuff. It's literally just dried down in place. I really like that. That's actually like blown me away a little bit. I don't really know how I feel right now. Sorry guys, I'm like a little bit off track now. Like that has really, really like thrown me. It's thrown me as that I'm right. So for highlight and blush, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Rouge and Highlighter mini palette. It's literally just like a cheek palette sort of thing, and it's got a highlighter in, which I don't know if it's going to be too dark for me. It's here. But it's very nice. Ooh, it's very nice. And then, yeah, this is the peachy shade. So I think what I will do is go in with the highlight first. I'll do highlight, blush, and then I'll go in with some powder bronzer as well. So, oh wow. I don't know if you can see that. The kickback. Jesus Christ. Honestly wasn't ready for that. Didn't even have my flannel down. So a lot of kickback, fair enough, but whoa. Oh my god. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Nope, that's just stunning. Wow. Blather me in it. Blather me in it everywhere. Everywhere. This does actually remind me of like my Doll Beauty Shine Bright Like a Diamond duo. That is what it reminds me of, because this is so nice. Fair enough, it's a little bit too dark. Like, I can see a slight cast, but I'm thinking once I get some blush on there, fine. Be fine. Everywhere. Put it everywhere. Just remembered I forgot to contour my nose as well, so that is why I'm looking very strange. Right, I've gone a bit ham with that. With that on my nose. Let's try and take care of that a little bit. Yeah, it is a little bit too dark, but I'm thinking we can fix that once we like start bronzing up and stuff. So now I'm gonna go in with the blush. Again, this is very sort of like my colour, and these are so handy. These are so little and handy. It's a very, very subtle shade, as you can see, like the difference. But really nice, like, I really, really like that. I'm impressed. And these, I think these were like a couple of quid, and they were on 3 for 2. I'm sure they were. So, wow. That's gorgeous. Honestly, guys, I have literally been like so impressed with some of the products in here. Like, I'm kind of living for my base at the moment. My base looks really nice. Really, really nice, actually. To say it's not something that I would, like, I wouldn't go for something this matte normally, but it still feels, like, comfortable. And it still looks, like, healthy. Like, not a nasty matte. It's a healthy matte. Even going to take that blush quite high up, just to really, really mesh it in with that highlight and see if we can get rid of like that slight cast, because it just was a bit too dark for me. Was that highlight? But yeah, That is nice. I'm even gonna go, God, what am I doing right now? I never even used to wear blush, and like suddenly I'm like, let's just put it everywhere. Let's put it everywhere. Why not? Why not? It deserves to be everywhere. I just feel like it adds a lot of dimension to your face, having a little bit of blush. Ha! A little bit. Having all of this blush. Really like that. Really like that. I'm sold. So now that like my face has settled a bit, like it's had time for that cream bronzer to sort of like sink in. It was already pretty like set, but it's definitely set now. I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Bay powder bronzer in the shade Caramel. So first of all, I'm gonna do something very out of the ordinary, and I'm gonna contour my nose with something that is not Hoola bronzer. So this could look horrendous because I just always do it with Hoola. Always. Alright, fairs, it's not too bad. I don't hate it. I'm gonna go in with my bronzing brush. I'm gonna keep it quite high still. Yeah, I do like that. As I say, I'm just like keeping it on like I'm keeping it quite high and quite on the outer edge sort of thing. That cream bronzer has done like its job. This is literally just for a little bit more dimension. Going in with like powder and cream products always gives like that little bit more like dimension and depth to your skin. Being like quite light-handed and only around like the very perimeters of my face with this. But yeah, that looks really nice. Again, I like that. That's a nice colour as well, actually. So for lips, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to go in with the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade Ashton to line. So they are lined, and then I'm going to go in with the Beat Face Cosmetics Lip Gloss in the shade Cookies. These feel so nice to these lip glosses. Not to be a bitch, but did anyone watch Love Island this year? Why is this lip combo giving me Faye vibes? Like, is anybody else getting Faye vibes from this? Because I am. Honestly, a brown nude will never be the same again after that woman. Never. Never. So I have, again, just added the Pixie Lashes New Style Tinker, and yeah, these are like super fluffy and like dramatic, but yeah, I do really like them. So yes guys, this has been my full face of testing new makeup. I just would like to point out already, as I have been like filming and frowning, the foundation has already started to sink into like my wrinkles. Yay, wrinkles, we love getting old. But yeah, it already has started, like even here. I don't know if you guys can see, but it has started to like sink in. That happens with matte foundations for me. Heavy matte foundations sink in so badly, like they sink into my pores even. Like look how deep that pore is. Like literally it's just something that happens, and it's something that I expected because of the nature of this foundation. Everything seems to have worked really well otherwise though. I'm really impressed with like most of the products that I've tried. Yeah, the only thing that I'd say like is not my cup of tea is pretty much the foundation, but everything else I'm actually really happy with. That cream bronzer, the CYO cream bronzer, I am completely blown away with. The e.l.f. like cheek palette, I absolutely love. The Beat Face lip gloss. This lip gloss is so comfortable and it smells really nice. But like my lips feel moist. Oh, moist, that word. My lips feel like hydrated but not sticky. It's really nice. It's almost like having like a really comfortable lip balm on or something. It doesn't feel like a gloss at all. And my eyes, my under eyes look really, really nice at the moment. Like, I'm honestly really, really impressed with like the way that my under eyes are looking. That is defo, like, I know for a fact that the powder does that. The powder is really, really good, but that concealer as well is really, really nice. So yes. If you have enjoyed, please do give me a like if you can. Subscribe to my channel because it is a lot of this all of the time. I feel like I haven't sat down and done like a testing makeup in literally so long. So please do let me know if you want to see some more of these. Obviously this look, if it hasn't already been up, so make sure that you give that video a once over. Again, just a really, really big thank you to everybody that supports my channel. If you don't have me on Instagram, please do go and check me out because that is where all the sneak peeks are and things like that. So yes, that is it guys. Thank you very, very much for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!